Most people think of Morocco as calm desert landscapes and quiet riads. But what if I told you that when the sun drops in Marrakesh, the city transforms into one of the most intense night scenes in the world? Welcome to Marrakesh. Here, the air smells of charcoal and spice. Smoke rises from open grills. Drums echo through crowded squares. Lanterns flicker on as voices grow louder and the streets tighten. By day, the Medina feels slow. By night, it ignites. At the center of it all sits Jemaa, el-Fnaa, a square that doesn't just host food stalls, but storytellers, musicians, and entire circles of movement. Tonight, we're stepping into Marrakesh after dark, from street grills and clay tagines to rooftop views and late-night rhythm that never fully fades. If you enjoy experiencing cities through their food, culture, and nightlife, hit like and subscribe. It's free, it helps the channel grow, and it lets me keep bringing you places that feel alive long after sunset. Jemaa el-Fnaa, where the night begins. As daylight fades over Marrakesh, the center of gravity shifts toward one place, Jemaa el-Fnaa. By late afternoon, metal frames are rolled into position, long wooden tables unfold, charcoal is stacked high, and then, almost all at once, the fires are lit. Smoke rises fast and heavy. Food stalls assemble with precision. Whole lamb rotates slowly over open flame for mechoui. Kefta skewers are pressed onto grills, fat dripping directly into the coals. Harira soup simmers in wide metal pots, ladled into small bowls without pause. Fresh orange juice stalls line the edges of the square. Glass after glass is poured in seconds. No garnish, no ceremony, just speed. But food is only part of it. Drummers gather into tight circles. Storytellers form crowds that lean inward. Musicians tune instruments as voices echo across the square. The sound builds in layers. Metal clanging, drums striking, vendors calling out. There's no single stage. The entire square performs. People move constantly. Tourists hover at the edges. Locals cut through confidently. The smoke hangs low beneath floodlights, turning everything slightly golden. This isn't a market you browse quietly, it's one you step into. Location: Jemaa el-Fnaa, Medina of Marrakesh. Price range: street dishes typically 15 to 50 Moroccan dirhams, $1.50 to $5 US. Fresh orange juice around 5 to 10 Moroccan dirhams, 0.5 to $1 US. Tajine, slow fire in a loud city. Step away from the smoke of Jemaa el-Fnaa and the rhythm changes. Inside small restaurants tucked within the Medina of Marrakesh, tagines cook slowly under conical clay lids. No rush, no shouting, just steady heat. The tagine arrives sealed. The lid is lifted at the table. Steam rises in a thick wave, carrying spice, sweetness, and slow-cooked depth. Lamb with prunes and almonds, tender, slightly sweet, layered with cinnamon and cumin. Chicken with preserved lemon and olives, sharp, salty, balanced against soft meat that falls apart without effort. Everything cooks together in the same clay pot. The juices stay trapped, the flavors concentrate. Bread replaces cutlery, pieces are torn by hand and pressed gently into the sauce. Nothing is plated separately. It's communal, direct and grounded. Outside, the square roars. Inside, the heat is controlled. Tagine isn't street spectacle, it's patience. Where to try it? Traditional restaurants throughout the Medina and surrounding Jemaa el-Fnaa. Price range: 60 to 120 Moroccan dirhams, 6 to 12 US, depending on meat and location. Rooftop sunset and mint tea, Marrakesh from above. Climb above the square and the noise softens. From the rooftops surrounding Jemaa el-Fnaa, the city stretches flat and golden under the fading light. Minarets rise above terracotta buildings. The Atlas Mountains sit faint on the horizon. Below, the stalls continue building. Up here, time slows. Mint tea arrives in silver pots. The pour is deliberate, lifted high so the tea falls in a thin stream, creating foam at the top of the glass. Fresh mint leaves press against the sides. Sugar settles at the bottom. It's not rushed. As the sun drops, the call to prayer carries across rooftops. Conversations lower. Lanterns begin flickering on one by one across the square. Smoke thickens below, but from above it looks almost controlled, like a slow-burning engine coming to life. This is where you see the transition clearly. Day ending, night beginning. From the ground, Marrakesh feels overwhelming. From the rooftop, it feels measured. Where to experience it? Rooftop cafes surrounding Jemaa el-Fnaa and throughout the Medina. Price range: mint tea 15 to 30 Moroccan dirhams, $1.50 to $3. Light rooftop meals 70 to 150 Moroccan dirhams, $7 to $15. Medina at night, the labyrinth after dark. Leave the rooftop and step back into the Medina of Marrakesh. The streets narrow quickly, shops line both sides of the alley, lanterns glowing gold, carpets stacked high, brass trays reflecting warm light. The path bends without warning, corners tighten. The noise from Jemaa el-Fnaa fades into a distant echo. At night, the Medina doesn't shut down, it softens. Spice stalls close slowly. Vendors sweep the stone floor. The scent of cumin, saffron, and grilled meat lingers in the air. Motorbikes slip through tight gaps without slowing. Some cafes remain open deep inside the alleys. Low wooden tables, dim lighting, quiet conversation. Mint tea glasses clinking lightly against metal trays. There are no straight lines here, no grid. The layout is medieval, built for trade, not navigation. You don't move through the Medina quickly, you adjust to it. The light is warmer, the pace is slower. Every turn reveals something different. A leather workshop still operating, a doorway half open, a stack of woven baskets resting against old stone walls. It feels old without feeling frozen, not staged, not curated, just layered. Location: Medina of Marrakesh, surrounding Jemaa el-Fnaa. Cost: free to explore. Cafe stops typically 15 to 40 Moroccan dirhams, $1.50 to $4. Late night music and rhythm, the square after midnight. As the night deepens, Jemaa el-Fnaa doesn't slow. It shifts. Food stalls keep burning, but the sound begins to dominate. Circles form around musicians, drums set the tempo, metal castanets, krakeb, strike in steady rhythm. Voices rise and fall in call and response patterns that feel older than the square itself. Nawa musicians anchor the sound. Long tassels swing from their caps as they move with the beat. The bass hum of the gwembri cuts through conversation. The rhythm is repetitive, deliberate, almost hypnotic. Crowds tighten, people lean inward, some clap along, others simply watch. There's no formal stage, no lighting rig, just a loose ring of onlookers and performers who know exactly how to hold attention without forcing it. The music doesn't compete with the market. It blends into it. Smoke drifts through drum circles. Tea glasses pass between hands. Conversations pause when the tempo peaks. This isn't nightlife in the club sense. It's communal. The square becomes sound before it becomes quiet. And long after midnight, the rhythm still carries. Location: Jemaa el-Fnaa, central Marrakesh. Cost: free to watch. Small tips, 10 to 20 Moroccan dirhams per $1 to $2, often appreciated by performers. A crossroads of trade. Why Marrakesh feels layered. Marrakesh isn't loud by accident. Founded in the 11th century, Marrakesh grew as a crossroads between sub-Saharan Africa, the Atlas Mountains, and the Mediterranean world. Caravans moved through here carrying gold, salt, spices, leather, and textiles. The square we walk through today, Jemaa el-Fnaa, has always been a gathering point. Traders, performers, travelers, storytellers. Commerce and culture occupying the same space. That layering still shows. Berber influence in the rhythms, Arab influence in the architecture, African influence in the music, and centuries of spice trade shaping the food. Nothing here feels single origin. The tagines blend sweet and savory. The market blends noise and ritual. The Medina blends movement and stillness. Marrakesh doesn't separate culture from food or nightlife. It stacks them. That's why the square feels chaotic but coherent. It has been evolving for centuries, not designed in a decade. You don't just visit Marrakesh, you step into something already in motion. When the sun drops in Marrakesh, the city doesn't wind down. It builds. From the smoke of Jemaa el-Fnaa to the slow steam rising from clay tagines to the echo of drums tightening under floodlights, Marrakesh layers sound, spice, and movement into one continuous rhythm. By night, the square becomes fire and noise. By rooftop, it becomes gold and quiet. Inside the Medina, it narrows into shadow and lantern light. Nothing feels staged. Nothing feels paused. It has been feeding, trading, performing, and gathering here for centuries. And when you step into it, you don't watch the experience. You join it. If you enjoyed exploring Marrakesh through its food, culture, and nightlife, hit like and subscribe. It's free. It helps the channel grow, and it allows me to keep bringing you cities that feel alive long after sunset. And tell me in the comments, would you start in the smoke of the square or above it with tea in hand? Some cities glow, Marrakesh burns.